Which page do you want to share? Spotify for artists. Okay. This is what it looks like. There are 5 people listening. How freaking cool. So this is my homepage. So it gives me my weekly recap in listeners. So I don't think it used to tell me how many more from, there we go. I just have to scroll over it now. So 146% increase compared to last week. Last week I was not pushed out as hard as I showed or told you guys before, and I'll show you the stream counts again. But basically 2 Mondays ago I was pushed out on Spotify for artists playlists. Last week I was not, and then this past Monday I was put back on. So 146% increase, I would take that as a great number. Next we have, or for listeners, for streams we have 5,100, 122% increase. Can't confirm counterworks. All right, and I got 8 new followers. Very, very exciting. Top songs. Oh yeah, if you all want to listen, let's see how many people we can get listening and see if it'll accurately tell me how many people are listening. All right, so then it shows my top songs. Right now, obviously, Pins and Needles is getting pushed, so almost 5,000 streams this week. That's huge. I really haven't seen these numbers in years. Oh, Padwin, I am so glad that you're here already. You ask incredible questions, and it's really cool to know that people are still finding me. So we got Hope. Hope was actually put on, and I can show you guys the numbers of this from 2018 when it came out. But it is the only song of mine that was actually put on a Spotify official playlist, which is why it has over 100,000 streams without any type of advertising or marketing. It was just simply put on that playlist for a few weeks, and it got me a ton of plays. So it actually still remains to be one of the top streaming songs. And then Heavy is on. So the information that it will tell me is my top playlists, where people are getting them from. So this is how I know that Spotify is pushing my song out, because 3,800 of the 5,000 streams this week all came from them pushing it out to new followers' playlists. How I do what? So putting your songs on playlist, it does help, especially public playlists. So right now, these are Spotify's playlists, but I can go and see the playlists. And if I'm played more than twice on other listeners' playlists, it'll show me here. So Sober in Space is there, Another Universe, Unblocked Blue Heart Scene. I can see the top playlist there by listeners. So, and then these are the algorithmic playlists. What about if we all make different genre playlists and just sneak you into them? You totally can. It's not going to hurt me in any way. But typically, it'll probably do better in similar genres, because if you know you have people listening to them, just statistically, if you put me on a hard rock playlist, and someone's going expecting to hear hard rock, and then they hear Pins and Needles, some people might go, oh, I really like that. It's not normally what I listen to, but I like it. But also a lot of people are going to go, that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to skip. On a real Spotify playlist. Oh, that's awesome. Man, Biddy's Like Songs playlist isn't on there. Isn't that crazy? Oh, Stark, that's so kind. Thank you, thank you. So if I had a song coming out and I had already sent it to my distributor, I currently use DistroKid. It'll show up here, and that's how I can, if I upload it to a distributor more than 2 weeks before I'm going to release it, then I can pitch it and basically apply to be on one of their official playlists. But very rarely does that happen. Like I said, only one of them has done that in the past. So if I go back to music, I can then go obviously to my profile. This is where I would edit things. So I could change my cover photo, my profile picture. I could also do an artist pick. So I could simply go to pins and needles if I want to. Pins and needles, it'll show up here. I can add an image. I don't know if I have a, let's see, tracks, photos, POAPs. I don't know if I have anything that I could use right now. Oh, there we go. I could just use this, put it in the background, and say, help me reach, how many streams does it say we're on? 62. So help me reach 65,000 streams. So now if you go to my profile, that artist pick is going to pop up. And so that's how you do that. And so I could add different, this just shows my singles and EPs. I can't really do anything about this. I don't think I could just view it on Spotify or change my artist pick. Appears on, and then these are my playlists that I have made on my personal account, but I can add them. So if there's any playlist that, most of mine are just like aesthetic based and I haven't touched them in like 2 years, but if there's a playlist you guys want me to make, I could even make a Twitch artist playlist. We could make it together and then I could highlight that. And so then all of our favorite Twitch artists would be on one playlist and it would be found right on my main profile. It does pop up. I'm going to go there next. Does music being dedicated to the public domain hurt the artist when it comes to algorithms pushing the song? Not that I know of. What's the process for submitting a song? I can show you that as well. By Tiger. I wish I was one of those people that made playlists and kept them updated and whatnot, but I'm very much not. I know I get really into it and then I forget. Okay, so this is where I can go to, campaigns, hold on. Oh yeah, I can schedule a campaign once you have an upcoming release. So you guys helped me become eligible for this. So this is just when, if you guys have ever experienced this, you open up the Spotify app and then they have a little pop-up that's like, check out this artist who just had a song come out. I'm now eligible for that. So now we go to audience. I have a mega playlist and I love scrolling through it to see my mental state throughout the months. Oh, that's really cool. Yay, we helped with the thing. So this is the main audience. I have like over 100 playlists. I wish I could put them all in one, but like I have one for each specific mood and most of them have like between 3 and 15 songs on them and then other ones have a couple hundred. So this shows my listeners for the last 28 days. 179, 1245, all of that. I can look at streams. 1200, like I said, in mid-October, and then it settled down and then went up to 1700. I can also compare my streams to other artists. I don't know why did they do this because it is just hurtful. It just hurts and it then suddenly becomes like vanity numbers. And that is typically what we call these statistics. They are, a lot of them, simply vanity numbers. Followers, steady increase over the month, which is very, very cool. It took me years and years and years to get to 500 followers. And then within a year, I have made it to 1,200. I've over doubled it. So that's really cool. So here are some other things that we can look at. Obviously, I can go to since 2015, since, I don't know, I guess I think it's just an arbitrary number because it's been around. Spotify's been around since 2013, but I guess 2016, I was featured on a song. So even though I didn't make my own Spotify account until 2018, it does show me since 2015. So something cool to see. I wish there was filter options in a playlist. At least now you can search for songs, which is nice. Okay, so this is new. You can see it's still in beta. But it's more this period, which I think is, yeah, still technically monthly. But it shows me how many total playlists I've been added to, which was not a feature that was available to me before. So that's very cool. Saves, also really cool. Before it was very hard to find this. Listeners, streams per listener, which is actually becoming a bigger and bigger thing for artists. Um, it's one thing to have a bunch of people listen to your song. It's another thing to have a bunch of people listen to your song and then go back to it. And I think this is in huge part the lovely Twitch community, but my stream per listener average is 2.2 times. So just means on average, someone will listen to my song almost 2.5 times. Do they keep stats on how much the audience adores you? New type. You're so kind. This, I feel like this is the closest metric they have, honestly. Peep general chat. Let me see. 475 liked songs. Oh my gosh. I'll have to see how many I have. Maybe it's because I have beta access. Oh my gosh. So segment by source of streams, segment by, so this, oh my gosh, this is huge. But it lets you click on those filters. Let me see. Let me go back. Oh, anime, EDM, rap, pop. I didn't even see that. That is very, very cool. If I just wanted EDM, you could just do it. That, okay. I now want to see if I have that. So sources of streams, I could go if I was in my listeners queue ever. So now I'm on average or like before I was only in like 1 or 2, and now I'm in 17 different listeners queue. Very cool. Source of stream segments. This is very, very interesting. Listeners own playlist and library. So that makes me aware of how many people are typically saving my song and then going back to listen to it. Algorithmic playlists and mixes, we know that has become a big source of streaming, yada yada. Let me know if this is getting too boring for you guys, but obviously I find this very interesting. This is just another way to look at it. Source of streams, 69% of my streams are coming from Spotify algorithmic playlists. Nice. 27% comes from the listener's own playlist and library. 2% is from my own profile and catalog. 1% is from other listeners' playlists. So really, other listeners' playlists account for only, for me personally, 1% of my stream statistics. Seems like a lot of people have saved it, which is really good to know. Only 2% of my streams come from someone going directly to Anna Luther by searching it up on Spotify and then clicking pins and needles. So that might be something that I want to try and market or advertise if I were to go on Reels and TikToks. All of a sudden that would be kind of the number that would be boosting, because people would go, I would attach a link. I want to check out that artist, and they'd probably go directly to my profile. I am part of that 2%. Very nice. This is also very cool. We get to the demographics. 68% of my streamers are female. So this is why I want to try things on Instagram and TikTok a little bit more, because I feel like I could reach a larger female audience if I know that already 68% without me doing any marketing or listening. when before I was on Spotify algorithmic playlists, it was about 50-50. 30% are male, 1% are non-binary, 1% is not specified. It is so close to being 69%. I'll check every day. I'll let you guys know if we ever do it. Listeners' age, also very good to know. Let me move. Sorry, I know that this goal is kind of in the way. It's not letting me go as far down, but looks like my main age range that I want to be marketing to is 23 to 27. Now, before, I would have attributed that to most of my streamer or most of the people listening to my music were probably my friends, which are all in that age range. But as friendly as I feel like I am, I do not have 60,000 friends. So now I know pretty solidly that the 23 to 27 age range is kind of where I'm getting the most traction. But 18 to 22 and 28 to 34 are still quite up there. And then there's a pretty drastic drop off. I'm in the fifth age range, 35 to 44. No. You shouldn't feel old. You should just feel like you have excellent taste. You don't have 60,000 friends. I'm working on it, okay? I can go to location. Now, keep in mind, there is this up here showing me worldwide. I can say, okay, in Croatia, 100% of my streamers are female. This is new. I did not know this was a thing. So if I do want to go to the United States, which is where a lot of my streamers are, 69%. 69% are female, 28% are male. So I can surmise that probably that 1% difference is going to primarily be from other countries. You heard it here. Heard it here first, folks. 100% of Croatians are female. Noisever. Is it detrimental for singers to upload covers to their Spotify page next to their own original music? I would say it is not. The only time I would say it might perhaps be detrimental is, say I was going to post a cover. Would I necessarily want to post like if I were to do, the reason why I stopped doing EDM top liners and stuff is because if I were to do a cover of an EDM song and upload it, someone's going to listen to that and go, oh, I thought she was an indie artist, but now she posted this cover or uploaded this cover and I'm not really sure what lane she's in. Versus, say I was going to upload a Post Malone cover, but I make it my own, right? That is going to make no difference. That just shows that I, as an artist, am able to kind of do covers of songs and make it unique to me. I'd say Phoebe Bridgers is a great example of that. Noah Cyrus has uploaded some covers. A lot of different artists have, but you can definitely tell that those covers are in their style, if that makes sense. What's the demographic in Germany? Can I type? No, I can't. That's kind of dumb. Germany, 76% female. What they say a lot on The Voice. Yeah, because it's one thing to be really good at covers. It's another thing to make covers your own. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but which location has the most listens? Is there anyone from Colombia listening? Let's see. This will only show me percentages, but at least one person has. Actually, at least two people have. One male who is between the ages of 18 and 22, and one male who is in between the ages of 23 and 27. So if I go to location, it's going to, it's still showing me Colombia. So someone was in Bogota and someone was in Medellin. So I'm sorry if I totally botched the names of those cities. Colombians are all males confirmed. So this is it going to show me if I make it wider? Is it okay? I'm going to make this smaller. Hopefully this helps. Let me. Hi, doing me again. Okay. Sweet. I'll just do that. This will show my top rank, but it's also kind of fun because I can like scroll over and it'll highlight. So most of my listeners are in the United States. 480 are in the UK. Canada is number 3 with 310. Australia, surprising, is in the top 10 with 292 streams. Then Germany, then the Netherlands, Norway, France, and Brazil. Those are my top countries. It will even go to in the past 28 days where my top, I think it's like 100, top 50, top 50 cities are for streams. Farby, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Dallas better be up there, I swear. Canadian listener here. Yeah, where's everybody tuning in from? So London actually was the top city this month, then Sydney, Chicago, New York, Melbourne, Minneapolis, Oslo, Seattle, Los Angeles, and Brisbane. I am so shook. No Athens. Man thing be slacking. So he's actually in Atlanta. But we are going to Athens this weekend. Denmark, Australia, Antarctica isn't there. I know. Let's see. Denver. Oh, Atlanta's 13. Okay. Where is Miami? Let's look. Dallas is number 18. Sacramento, Munich, Columbus, Ohio, Cape Town, Berlin, and Hamburg. San Francisco. No Miami. I'm in Dublin. Someone's listening to me in Dublin. 30 people are listening to me in Dublin. I think it's closest major city, but I have seen my hometown is Steubenville, Ohio, and the closest big city would most likely be Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it did show Steubenville. So if there's enough people in a concentrated suburb or anything, it will show those. Good way to pick a city to do a concert. That's so true, Pop Up. Very, very true. I'm going to go get Miami on this list. Today's Friday. Wait, I thought I edited. Did I edit? Yeah, I changed it to Thursday because I randomly wrote Friday. And then like what do they consider major? Cuz I'm closer to Oakland than San Francisco. Yeah, so I think whatever is closer they would use because again I have been in smaller cities before but these probably because I got a lot of new streams when Spotify pushes out the algorithm they're going to push it to major cities people who are listening in major cities because odds are just judging by data, if they push music to people who live in major cities, it has a bigger chance of kind of taking off. But also, it's way cheaper to push the song out to major cities than to push them to smaller cities. Same thing with advertising. If I were to push it to smaller places, it's a lot to push it out there only for one person to hear it and listen a few times versus being in a more populated area. Oh gosh, hold on one second. No, the router. Need your license in the guy told me you can get into your MyFios app and look for a request label to return the router. Okay. I'm trying to return my frickin' Fios router from my apartment, but they sent me to 3 different Verizon stores, said I didn't need anything, and then turns out I needed something. Let's see, what did I miss? This is listens, I believe, number of listens, but it could be listeners. Let's go back up. No, it is listeners, individual listeners. Wow, as if I just got an email from Uber Eats asking me if I was hungry. Oh, called out. How hard is it for singers like you to do an accent just for a song, a southern accent? Just for a song, it depends. It depends on the accent. I will say it is easier to sing an accent than to speak an accent. Because vowels, there is a very strict way that songs are not strict, but routine way that vowels are pronounced. So I don't know if that answers your question. Oh, Biddy. Ouch, you're doing me dirty. This is also very cool. Similar artists. Now, because a lot of my fans are also fans of other Twitch artists, there's lots of Twitch streamers on here. How cool is that? Melissa Lamb, Lisa Ritchie, Helena Meyer, Carrie Ann, Camila Knight, Natalie Page, Jennifer Jess, Tyler Levs. Almost all of these, if not all of these, are Twitch streamers. So that is also a really cool thing for Spotify to know. If they know who my listeners tend to also listen to, they can push to my music to other people who have similar music tastes.